fixture in the Debmarine Premiership. It is round 17, 13. Thank you for the correction there, Davido. And I'm sure you guys have seen the post of our technical team that makes the media all possible. So, of course, my name is Emmanuel Ekara, and I'm joined by the wizard, Davido. So we are live at the Independence Stadium for a home game for Tigers FC against African Stars. The Katutura Derby. And 3 points, an important 3 points once again. And as the two teams come out, let us go through the starting lineups for both teams, starting with Tigers. So for Coach Zima, starting lineup for Tigers is as follows. We start with the danger man, Giovanni Kaninab, the number 21, a very dangerous striker. Number 3, Gabriel Kapopo, the captain. Number 20, Jean-Michael Kinda. Number 5, Cornelius. We shall call him KK, but it is Cornelius. Number 12, Dantango Kurusep. Number 1, Velkom Nal. Number 22, Baggio. Number 6, Shane Schmidt. Number 15, Devon Somsep. Number 14, Asher Uzenga. And lastly, number 17, Ronaldo van Wyk. For African Stars, it is a little bit of changes here for Coach Paul Bob Mafoso. In goal, Marvin Kasetura is back in goal. Lukaku. At right back, or as the center back pairing, we do have Ngaruka and Gianluca, with Malane at right back and Jackson Johannes at left back. The center mid pairings are the three of Ronald Keshere Stiga, along with Godwin Isep, and then Bakonja Chahikika as well in that midfield. So on top, it is a pairing of Jomo Chiveta and Paulus Aludelu. And that is, apologies, in the midfield, it is Stiga, Godwin, and Maharero. So Maharero will now slot back into his more comfortable box-to-box midfield position. And then on top, the front three will have Jomo Chiveta, presumably starting on the right, with Paulus on the left, and Makonja Chahikika probably threading through the center. Apologies, still have some sniffles as the cold is now coming in Windhoek City. But of course, it will not stop us from watching live football. And again, a minute of silence. And that's just another moment of silence for the officials that did lose their lives over last weekend on Friday. Kickoff shortly, and this is a Katutura derby, as most of you know. But now it's more important as the Red Army is looking for 3 points to challenge teams like Mighty Gunners, who just won their game in the previous fixture here at the Independence Stadium. 1-0, Mighty Gunners against Wasnampo. Good turn there from Jackson Johannes. It's in the box already. And caught by the goalkeeper, Nal. And in the middle is what the goalkeeper is shouting for. So it's a good position that we have here for commentary. We can see all the plays. And no foul given against Malane, but it is a goal kick nonetheless. So Marvin Kasetura, Lukaku having his first touches on the ball after receiving that red card against Mighty Gunners. He's back. I'm sure he was interested to see how Tatindi played in the previous game. He was man of the match in that victory against Bucks Buccaneers. He did very well. Let's see how Kasetura comes back to football against Tigers. Stiga and Gianluca, who is now playing right back, and Maharero is actually playing the left-sided center back. So Tabang Malane is further forward in midfield. Here's Gianluca. Puksa, the scorer of the winning goal against Bucks Buccaneers. Shane. He loses the ball out for a throw-in. Hard tackle there between those two players, but here comes Tigers out with the ball. That's a good through ball there from Baggio. It has found in the number 11, and he's taken maybe too far. And that is Nande, number 11, which was not on the starting lineup for Tigers, but that is the player. And the first corner of the game comes for Tigers. Corner going to take his time, really trying to romanticize how he should be taking this corner. The referee stops it because some players are getting slightly aggressive in this Katutura derby very early. Referee really having an eye on the box. It comes in, it's to Shane. It's blocked by Polis. Ball still comes in, just outside of the area, and there's a chance left foot, and it's off target. Stars now can build, but clear there from Kinda. Shane marginally puts it down. Cleared, controlled very well. That was Kawanab, the number 21 danger man for Tigers. leading goal scorer in the Debmarine Premiership with 9 goals. Kapopo, the captain. Kapopo. He has his orange captain armband and orange boots to boot. There seems to have been at least a call for handball against Stars. And then maybe Ngaruka was looking for a foul, but it ended up as a corner. Second corner to Tigers FC. Let's see how long the corner taker will take it. It's the number 6, Shane. He takes it quickly now. Van Veek puts it in. Jomo Chiveta having a very good start. That's caught out, but it's still in the path of the player, and the goalkeeper is not where he's supposed to be. It's a Valcom Nal, the goalkeeper. Yes, that is his name. Valcom Nal was probably assuming that the ball was going to find its way as or cleared or maybe ruled off for offside, but Makonja was almost there to slot it in. Either way, first corner for Stars. Godwin, we know what happened last time with Puksa. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. It's still, and that's a player that's brought down. It's interesting, if we have VAR, you can rewind. Tigers come with a counter attack, but that's a good tackle there from Gianluca, who was just coming back to his position. The tackle on Devon Somsep, number 15, who was leading that counter attack. But no real appeals for a penalty there in the box, or the Tigers box, in that previous corner now. So I don't believe Coach Bob Mufaso and his technical team will feel hard done by. Mafoso. Garuka. Lukaku. Kasetura. That's a good ball for Jomba. He should be able to control that. He has. Jackson Johannes. Oh, that's a beautiful faded pass to Malane. Malane finds another pass. Oh, that's a lovely chip to Bakonja. And that's off target from Bakonja Chahikika, who puts his shirt in his head because he knows he was wide open, and that's exactly what Tabang Malane can do when he is required in advanced positions. In fact, he's playing as a box-to-box midfielder alongside Stiga and Godwin Isep. Jomo Chiveta is on the left and Paulus is on the right. Kapopo. Baggio. Devon. That's a good through ball there down the line. And that's a foul. That was Kurusep, number 12 for Tigers. Too much of a robust challenge there. Good control, Malane. Captain Stiga, finding Godwin. Oh, Godwin almost chuffing his player, but he's caught out by Devon Somsep. Easy play from the right side of the back four. Now going to the left side of the back four. Maharero finding Malane. Jackson Johannes. And those are the balls that I'm looking for from Jackson Johannes, making it very awkward for the defense. When he comes into that left back role, he always looks for these deep crosses from deep. He doesn't need to go to the byline. He doesn't need to steady himself. He always just hits it first time, and it always gives an awkward outlook for the back four of any team. And there we just saw some evidence of that. Gianluca can put it in. It's blocked. It's tapped on. Tigers come out with it and win the throw-in. That was Van Wyk. Gabriel Kapopo, the captain. And Tigers are a team perhaps maybe looking for, of course, looking for 3 points, as they are currently sitting in 8th. African Stars, of course, are still in 3rd, even though Komasnampo were defeated today. That's a foul against Maharero. And while most pundits, Namibian football pundits, would say that the top 8 are in the title race, if Tigers do not collect all points, that's a box. And there's a collision of heads. That ball was lofted in by Devon Somsep. And I believe it is Maharero and another Tigers player who collided head on. But yes, indeed, as I was saying, the team of Tigers are in 8th, sitting currently with 23 points. And the team above them, Chula Chula, have 26. The Tigers have a game in hand, which you would assume is today's game because it is round 13. So they need to gain ground. KK Palace is below Tigers in 9th with 23 points as well. But as I said, if Tigers wish to put their name in the hat of the top 8 teams challenging for the title, they would need to get full points today. But this is African Stars TV. That's not what we want to happen. And we all know how important African Stars' 3 points would be. They would have the same amount of played games. It will go to 17. And if they win today, they would have 32 points. Ngos FC are currently still on top with 30 points, 17 games played. So not a must win. We are not in the dark or in the dungeons for the Red Army, but it would be nice to go into the weekend on top. Game continues. Maharero and the Tigers player, who I will confirm shortly, are ready to re-enter the game. Gianluca with a little bit of a chip to Jomo. It's headed out by Shane Malane. He's smart. Kapopo. It's dangerous. It's Shane again with 2 double headers. Now he's coming for a 3rd opportunity to clear. Paulus is there. And it's finally cleared. Stiga, Gianluca, Buksa, a natural centre back and a natural right back. Good combination play between Jomo, Johannes and Malane. Here's Jackson Johannes just being comfortable. And you can see some of the supporters are here. It's Wednesday evening, but the holidays are going to come thick and fast in the next few weeks, and some holidays in May as well. So it's a good time to be reconnected with football Oh, that's Makonja. For those of you who are watching live, who can't make it to live football here at the Independent Stadium, let us know where you are watching from, and let us know what you believe the final score will be. Kapopo, Gabriel with that touch, or Baggio it was. Paulus, Makonja couldn't come off with that 1-2, and it comes out with Van Veek. Kanina, Van Veek. Van Veek is a very small player. The referee, and it is offside against Tigers. But Ronaldo van Veek here, the number 17 on this left wing position for Tigers, is a sharp player. It's one to watch as both left back and right back, or left back and left winger for Tigers are wearing orange boots. Pressure there from Kaninam. Gianluca does enough. Godonise beating one player. He's gone to the back post. Jomo can maybe connect. He could have maybe put a foot in. That's a tough challenge there from the number 14, Uzenga, trying to really make sure, although he was still in the box, the referee not saying anything. Here he is, Uzenga again, just clearing his lines. Paulus deeming to have impeded the player, and yes, the referee does bring that back as a foul. Oh, in fact, it is a foul given to African Stars. Giovanni Kaninab. Jackson Johannes with that deep lying cross again. It's a vital asset to his game, Jackson Johannes. Nobody does it like him. He has no fear to thread in those crosses from the center line. And in fact, he will be the one required to take the corner. It's always interesting that left backs and right backs are required to take corners, but they have to run back into position if there is a counter attack. Oh, it's a good one, but it's out from Tigers. Kaninab, Malane, Zenga finds Shane. It's blocked and deflected, and Jomo will probably go back to his goalkeeper. He doesn't. Ah, that's a beautiful back heel there from Ngaruka. Vitapi Ngaruka, the strongest man in the league, also has tricks up his sleeve. Malane, Jackson still wins the throw-in to the disappointment of Tigers. There's about maybe 100 people here in the Independent Stadium. The cross comes in for Malane, and it will trickle to Gunners against Komas Nampo. So I would believe maybe more Tigers fans. That's a little bit of a bad touch from Gianluca. How dangerous the front three of Tigers can really be with Gabriel Kaninab, the number 21, leading those creative spells. And where normally Gianluca is comfortable, he just had that bad first touch that made it possible for Tigers to have the ball. Stiga is caught in no man's land, but he still comes out of it like a champion. Godwin. He's Stiga. And Bakonja tried to get involved, but loses it now to Van Veek. Or I believe that was Kapopo. Kapopo now goes wide. Don't play to the whistle, because Badjo has now beaten the defender. And it's right over the crossbar. My goodness, Tigers almost getting the lead. And that's a very, very interesting lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Play to the... Do not play to the referee's whistle. That's a chance off target. And Lukaku Marvin Kasitura just had words with Ngaruka because he was the player that let Baggio, the number 22, just overlap. And Ngaruka's just having words with Gianluca. Hard words as the game continues. Godwin cleared. So a little bit of nibbles and harsh conversations for the back line of African Stars. Here's Gianluca nonetheless. Tries to find Bakonja, headed out there from KK Kapopo. Cut in the midfield there from Somsep, but he loses the ball to Malane. Jomo has Malane in support on the wing. He has to find him. He does. Malane drifting through two players. It's off target, but yeah, give him the opportunity. If you don't shoot, you won't score. Kapopo. Van Veek trying to beat Paulus. Paulus will stay with him. Probably two of the most tenacious players, the youngest players on the pitch. Van Veek wins that first battle. This is Shane finding Uzenga. Baggio. Captain Kapopo. A little bit of a chip there to Kaninab. Oh, that's a tough tackle there from no nonsense Ngaruka. And if anything, African Stars in this first 20 minutes of Tigers to have more of the ball, more of the confidence. Kapopo with the long throw in here. Foul on Paulus. But both teams having two shots off target. No real clear attempts on goal. But you would want to say that maybe Tigers have been slightly the more dangerous team. Godwin is going to be fouled, but it's an advantage play because Jomo just had a very good shot, just crisping wide. But I believe the referee has pulled it back for that foul. We'll have to see. Yes, the foul has been given. But it's good to see Jomo take those shots and gain his confidence. The last time he scored was in the MTC Maris Cup against Mighty Gunners, the winning goal, the sole goal in that game. Oh, apologies, has actually been given as the corner. So that shot was a shot on target from Jomo Chiveta. Taken from Jackson Johannes. Still in the box. It was a hard bounce there for Maharero. Stiga with acrobatics, just finding touch. Five African Stars players on the bench just warming up. And perhaps Coach Mofoso will look for more substitutions, more players to get involved. Bakonja will try to chase that ball, and the acrobatic clearance almost booting his own player in the face. That's why karate is not allowed in football. Jackson Johannes almost caught out there by Shane. He was really caught out by Shane, and now Tigers have the ball. Kurusep couldn't capitalize. Back with the Red Army. Oh, good turn there from Bakoja. Jomo, he doesn't really have a left foot. He has to come back to his right. Jackson Johannes. That cross really deflated. Shane going back to his captain. Nal. Kapopo. Baggio. No pass. And no pass for Gianluca as well. That's Somsep. Shane. Kurusep. Kurusep is really a danger attacking midfielder there. Tall presence in that midfield. He reminds me of Asprilla, who used to play for Ramblers FC years ago, if you are old enough to know players like that. Has a similar game plan to Asprilla. Maharero with a very bad pass, and he gives it right to Baggio. Baggio with the through ball to the danger man. It's still in the area. Here's Baggio, and he just has to twist and turn. And that is a penalty. It's going to be a handball, and ladies and gentlemen, you know what's next. It's a red card. Oh no. Oh no. I believe it is Gianluca Puxa. This is so unfortunate for a player from a hero to a villain. Oh no. No, in fact, it might be Maharero. We will have to see between one of those two players. Sometimes in football, you have to prevent at all costs the ball landing up in the back of the net. And it was a bad pass from Maharero to ignite Tigers to start this counter-attack in the final third of African Stars pitch. And Kawanab, the danger man, the number 21, had a cool head to find Baggio, who Baggio actually started the attack. He went back to Baggio, and Baggio had a shot on target. It was blocked. Here comes the penalty. It will be taken by Giovanni Kaninab, the man with 9 goals, the leading goal scorer of the Debmarine Premiership. Can he make it 10 against the returning Lukaku Kasetura? It's a goal. It's a goal. And that's a very bad one. It's a red one because it comes along with a red card for the Red Army. And 10 men is a hard thing to come back from. 10 men and trailing. So yes, Tigers FC 1, African Stars 0. And Maharero, the center back, has been red carded. This will have to be one of those games, especially in Oshakati against Chula Chula, a similar game unfolded itself where African Stars were down to 10 men, still came out with the victory. This really might be a different dynamic, but it can be done. Kurusep threading those passes. Ronaldo van Veek against Paulus. Paulus wins that battle. So it's 1-1 between the two players there. Ndaruka! That's a tough tackle, boy. Oh, the strongest man in the league with a very unnecessary tough tackle. We cannot let frustration get the better of us. That was very tough there from Ngaruka. I could see it. I could see it coming. And that's on the player Shane Schmidt. We cannot lose our heads. And yeah, the player definitely has to be assessed after a challenge like that. So, very worrying times in this, what you would probably call a game in hand. But as it stands, it might be a wasted one. Tigers have not had a victory against African Stars since May 2019. A 1-0 victory. But last season, Stars won 2-0. And the two games, the other game was a 2-2 draw. Kambatu, Weturu Kambatu scoring in both of those games. We wish him well in Kosoro, country that snows every day. But yeah, I can't be a happy commentator for African Stars TV when a foul is given against the Tigers. I can't be a happy commentator and talking about the better times when we used to dominate Tigers when we are down to 10 men and we are trailing 1-0. Paulus needs to think a little bit better when he's trying to thread in those crosses. He might have another opportunity here. He does. He tried to find Jomo, but good intervention there from Uzenga. No foul against Stiga. That was a hard challenge from Kapopo, but the referee allows game to continue, and that's offside. The third offside given against Tigers. It's really that counter-attack. That counter-attack for Tigers is killer. And it's that front three of the number 12, Kurusep, the number 22, Baggio, and the number 21, the leading goal scorer in the Debmarine Premiership, Giovanni Canina. You lose the ball, they will lick their lips. But African Stars still have motivation. They will never die. Garuka. Pass to Jomo. Here's Shane. Kurusep. A chip to Shane. Malane will try to sort things out, and he does. He gets a junkie while doing so. Good work there from Tabang Malane. Bakonja, star boy, he needs to sprinkle some stardom here. He put that crossing for Jomo. And Stiga is there, prepared to take a shot. It falls to Malane. And it's a goal kick. Many Stars players just maybe demanding for a corner. But good attempt from Tabang Malane. I thought Stiga might have had a swipe at it himself. But he gave it to Malane. Did well to keep it low. And Garuka is on a yellow card. We must not forget about that. And he's going to be required to put in a lot of challenges throughout this game because Tigers will not stop with their counter attacks, especially because Stiga couldn't control the weight on that pass to Godwin. Bajo with a little flick, didn't come off. Somsep committing the foul against Stiga. Oh, Garuka putting that low pass and it's intercepted. That's a dangerous pass that you put on the ground like that. Kinda brings it out back to Shane. Zenga, Somsep, Zenga. Little header there from Kaninab. Malane, Jackson Johannes and Jomo can maybe try and beat Uzenga. Malane with a little bit of it to Godwin. Too much. Stiga. And perhaps with Jomo, with the pace that he possesses, he should maybe be looking for the byline. He always tries to cut back in, running into fire. Or I used to say running into netherless. The byline is always your friend because if you lose the ball, at least you can gain a corner. But here, Stars win a foul. And it is a free kick that now these free kicks are going to be very precious for African Stars. They must really take these seriously. We can hear Coach Jeremy Zima shouting at his players. He's obviously very encouraged with how his team has come out today. And even before that penalty, I did say maybe Tigers had more of the ascendancy in the game. So a good first 45. Here's Godwin. You must take these free kicks seriously. Stars cannot afford to waste free kicks like that. We'll see how they do the next time. Stiga just trying to fool his opponent. He has Stiga again. Stiga, you cannot run in the field. It's going to be offside, luckily. 4 offsides now for Tigers. African Stars not having 1 offside so far in this 45. Kurusep with space. He's very dangerous. That's a through ball. That's lovely. That's to the back post. That's Baggio. Oh, working well. And Stars can't clear their lines. Kurusep will start it again, but it's taken off by Paulus. Makonja, Godwin. Those 3 players for Tigers are really just having fun, trying to calculate. Uzenga. And that's a foul from Kinda. And I'm always holding my breath when those front 3 players get the ball. That's wasteful. That's wasteful. These chips, these headers, these through balls are starting to become disrespectful. And while you can't see me in your picture, I'm shaking my head constantly with how this game has transpired. Maybe an equalizer just before halftime. Jomo with the cross to Makonja. He was alone with Kapopo, but Kapopo did well with his defensive header. Shane. Makonja. He has to take a turn. He will take a shot! Just over the crossbar. There was nothing else he could do. No one in support, so he had to take it on himself. And that's just the encouragement that maybe stars need. And it will be a very sour, a very deep wound at the bottom of your foot if you concede early. Baggio with that cross to Krusep. I'm really worried about this number 12, Krusep. He seems to be getting in the right pockets of space, just in front of the back three for African Stars now. KK, Cornelius, Asha Uzenga. Oh, that ball goes over the top of Jackson Johannes. That's a throw-in. And the linesman now just throwing some threats at the number 20, Jean-Michael Kinda. Just to say, hey, you cannot talk to me like that. Still a throw-in, not a foul. Stiga with the header out, Malane. Still in the danger area, but Garuka doing the right thing, going back to his goalkeeper. Gianluca, pressured here from Baggio. And you can just see how those front three players are just alternating amongst themselves for Tigers. It's worked very well, even before the goal, as I said. That ball's over, trying to find Godwin. Long balls will probably be the game plan going into the second half for Stars. Kurusep cuts that ball out, has a good turn. Baggio, it's those three players again. Kurusep couldn't go wide to Kinda, but still wins the throw-in. The referee just having words now with, I believe that's Tabang Malani, as he did take a knock, but it's okay to continue. And Paulus is just having two players with him at this right side. If Tigers actually change play, they will have an advantage here on this right side, but Stars luckily win the ball. Malane. Stiga. Additional time about to be announced. And I do believe it's going to be 2 minutes of additional time for this first half. Tabang Malani cutting through the mud, trying to chip it for Godwin. It might fall to Paulus. Paulus and Van Wyk still having that battle amongst each other. They are 1-1 between the two of them. And while Van Wyk probably wins, Paulus wins that throw-in. So it's 2-1 to Paulus and Van Wyk. Gianluca now. Paulus. Brought out there from Somsep. Anyway, will do. But Baggio keeps it alive. Good work there from Garuka. Maybe he can find the pass now. Godwin. Garuka needs support. Changes play to Malane. Malane will chip it. It's to that back post for Garuka. But one flicks it on. And Kuruse just does a awkward up and under. Jomo can try and capitalize, and maybe that's an opportunity for him to maybe go to the byline. 2 minutes additional time. Stars maybe looking or fishing for one last good opportunity. Jomo. That pass to Makonja didn't come off. But Stiga now. Stiga! With target. Clearly. So a shake of heads will sum up the first 45 minutes for African Stars. It's not just a red card, it's a red card and trailing by 1 goal. Makonja only has Godwin in support. Godwin needs to put the cross in. It will go out for a corner. And this will ultimately be the last chance of the first half. Jackson Johannes to take it with his left. He's taken 2 good corners so far from this side. This one needs to be special. And it doesn't beat the first man. So not special at all. Godwin, he needs to get that. He does. Jomo, go to the byline, son. Godwin again. Malane. No, apologies, that was not Malane. That was Gianluca. Here is now Tabang Malane. And that is the halftime whistle. So, in a wave of counters that Tigers were initiating before the goal was slotted from the penalty spot, Maharero thought it to himself to take the responsibility to not concede, using his hand to block the ball. He was given a red card, and Gabriel Kaninap put his tally to 10 goals to the season. So, at the halfway mark, it is frustratingly Stars 0, Tigers FC 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live here at the Independence Stadium for what we can now say is a frustrating game against Tigers FC. Tigers FC are home. It is an away game for African Stars. It's match day 13. In fact, it was the match day that was postponed a few weeks ago. And while you always look at your game in hand and you think that it's a guaranteed 3 points, that is not how the Debmarine Premiership works. And as I've been saying online, corresponding with many different football outlets and supporters of African Stars and just the general league itself, I have said that this season is probably the most hotly contested season we've had since Namibian football is back on our football pitches. It's 1-0 to Tigers. A goal scored, a penalty scored by their danger man, Gabriel Kaninab. He's taken his tally to 10 goals now. And unfortunately, it was a penalty created by Maherero, who was red carded for trying to stop the path of the ball going into the back of the net with his hand. And as we all know, that's a straight red and a penalty. But this is where our new coach will have to earn his money. Coach Mafoso. Let's see what he has instructed the boys to come out like in this second half. But it is a tough task, it must be said. Against the Tigers team that really had been playing well even before the goal. They are in 8th currently, Tigers. If they win this game, they will still be 8th. Unless they win by more goals. Chomo is going to take that shot. Stinger will do it again. That's wide from our captain. FC definitely not playing like a team in 8th, and that's exactly why I say this Debmarine season 2025-2026 is, apologies, 2024-2025 is a tough one. Kananap, beautiful back heel, finding Somsep. Oh, that was Kinda, apologies. Jomo, good turn on Shane. Jomo, let him go to the byline. Good touch there from Malane. But even better tackle from Juan Michael Kinda. Taken quickly. Everything from African Stars needs to be taken quickly now. Good touches there from Tigers in that midfield. He's onside, and he might be able to catch that. Gabriel Kaninab. Once again, Jomo Chiveta, he's quicker. He has more body than anyone on this pitch, especially against the back four. Maybe only Asha Uzenga can maybe challenge him with body size, but he should be able to take those balls to the byline and win corners, frustrate the defenders, try overlap. Bakonja comes to his left foot, crosses it in. Malane is there. Jomo will take a shot on that first time volley. Kurusep. That's a good touch from him. Somsep loses it to Jomo, his opposite number. Jomo needs to look up and find Malane. He does. Cross. Godwin couldn't chest it and bring it under control. and the captain Kapopo does the sensible thing. Back to his goalkeeper. It's a bad kick out. Oh, that almost went over the head of KK Cornelius to find Makonja. Kurusep, Shane goes wide for Kinda. Stars coming out a little bit with some urgency, but Tigers also having their neat passages of play, so they are still alert. Garuka. And if you can see, just in your picture, Garuka is alone with three of the danger men for Tigers. You can see that space as Kasetura just clearing his lines. If the ball finds one of those three players in the next minute, Garuka will be alone. Oh, and there he is. Jackson Johannes is in support, but now Garuka has to fend against Baggio. Kinda, Baggio, Shane. Midfield play. That's a midfield through ball. It's a save from Kasetura, but it is offside. But Kasetura didn't know that. Good save from him, but still ruled off as offside. That was a dangerous through ball that found Kanina. Makonja finding Malane. Malane maybe take a shot. He does. It's saved. It's still. Paulus is onside. Tries to put in the cross. It's blocked. Godwin. Gianluca. Back post. And Jackson Johannes. Too much on that. But Malane, Tabang Malane, who as a right back would have never been required to take shots on target. Just finding a little bit of a shot on target there to put Malcolm, now the goalkeeper, in a little bit of trouble. But the two stars players, Paulus and Godwin, couldn't capitalize. So Motiveta playing well, although I still would want him to go to the byline. He is positionally very available for African Stars. Malane just bundled off the ball there for Baggio. Somsep with an easy through ball to Van Wyk. Van Wyk is left-footed, so he can put that in the box. And the tall man, Kurusep, couldn't put something on his head. Oh no. A Stars player is down. Seems to be Jackson Johannes. And of course, in the substitutes bench, Kambanda. Or the two defenders there, and Utuzu as well. So those will probably be the three options for coach Mafoso. And see now Edmund Kambanda coming on to be substituted for Jackson Johannes. And another substitution, we can see Ibrahim Yosef Juja, an attacking option coming into the game. So no loss. We can come out of this game with somewhat of a result. Overlap there from Malane. This is what I call byline. Yes, that's a corner. That's what I need. That's what we need. If you go to the byline, you can either win a corner or you can maybe overlap and beat the player and get into the box. Two substitutions. It is Paulus Aludelu coming off for Ibrahim Yosef Juja. And of course, Jackson Johannes cannot. It's a front post. It's Garuka. Malane can still recycle. He goes to the back post for Kapopo. Just giving it back to African Stars. And assistant coach Benny just having words with Juja. Coach Mafoso also touch there from Juja. Malane, that's a bad foul. That looks like a bad foul on Tabang Malane, really. Referee allowing play to continue. Malane is now limping. We have required so much from Tabang Malane. It's incredible the amount of positions he can play. And that's actually a corner because it comes off the head of Asha Uzenga, who's not even arguing. So yes, second corner of the second half. Kodonaise comes short to Bakonja. Jumble the referee with that, and Kuruse brings the ball out. He has Kananap on his right. He finds him, and it was just partially deflected off Gianluca, which made it easy for Kazetura. Here's Juja holding the ball up well. You have to have ball retention, Juja. You are down to 10 men. Shouldn't be costs. Shame. Somse. The captain for Tigers, Kapopo, going back to his goalkeeper. The ball is bouncing awkwardly. And many of the players arguing with their captain, Kapopo, just saying, don't make hospital passes like that. Stars recapture the ball. And Gianluca couldn't find any space to do anything there and loses the ball for Tigers throw-in. And it is interesting that the second person on the top goal scorers list is a player from KK Palace. KK Palace are obviously in ninth. Van Veek off target, just wide. And while I did say Van Veek and Paulus had some interesting battles, Paulus has been substituted. But those two players really were going up against each other because they were similar in build in the first half. Here's Kambanda. Out from Shane. Malane. And that Tigers player, yes, indeed, there was a Tigers player just on the ground committing fouls left and right. And I was wondering when the referee was going to blow his whistle. He has. Malane may be feeling the brunt of these knocks, these swipes of studs. So he's slightly limping. But all these corners, all these free kicks are very important to the Red Army. They must not be wasted. Makonja Chahikika taking this one. It's a good one. It's cleared. But that's what we want from those free kicks. He looks up Makonja. He can go to the back post because Godwin is there. He finds Juja. Bad control. Tigers put under pressure now. Malane. Cleared from KK. And it's in the area for Kaninab. but Lukaku not playing any games. And while the players are down to 10 men, of course, we'll see Valcom now taking his time. Tigers are really being put under pressure in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the second half. African Stars have come out blazing. Just afraid about that counter attack. If Kurusep has a few seconds to look up and find the pass to either Baggio or Kawanap, it could be curtains for African Stars. Header down. Godwin will try to get it from Van Wyk. Van Wyk is quick. Kapopo, the captain, to take it. It didn't come back into defense. It's gone wide, trying to find Kinda. Too much on that ball. Taken quickly there from Kasetura. Here's Bakonja. He has time now. Overlap. Uzenga does well against Malande. Kinda. Good touch there from Somsep. The defensive midfielder, the number 20, the number 15, apologies. Playing a good game. Shane. Asha. Throw into Stars. And you can see the frustration on Kambanda, on Ngaruka's face or his body language, demanding something from his midfielders. Very cold evening here, chilly evening at the Independence Stadium. So thank you for joining us on YouTube for what is still a Red Army that is getting back into the game. So it will be even more frustrating, even more disappointing when we build chances, create opportunities, but cannot find the equalizing goal. And it is Asha Uzenga who has gone down. He has been a very good, formidable force for African Stars down this right or this left. But I think that's the end of his game. As he has been stretched off, so as the game does continue, it is down 10 to versus 10. Maybe African Stars can capitalize in this 5-minute spell that it will be 10 versus 10. Stiga. Good flick on there from Juja. Malane now, probably the best player to get it in this position. Oh, it's bounced up. It's a little bit awkward, but not too awkward for Valcom now. Godwin was trying to advance on that. Juja. Oh, Juja mixing up play with Godwin. And you can see just in the picture that Kambanda and Lukaku just having a little bit of a disagreement with positioning and who should go for the ball. Thankfully, it didn't lead to a chance for Kurusep. And you can just see that the players are not connecting well. Kapopo. It's headed on from Kurusep, finds Kamanap. Van Veek tries to beat two players. Couldn't do it. Garuka. Taking his time, but he's going to have to find the pass very quickly because Baggio will put pressure on him. Goes to his goalkeeper. Juja is trying to get himself open. It will come down his line. Malane, good touch from him to Stiga. Good work there from Tabak Malane. It's probably the only player in this game who's had sensible touches, trying to still work as 10 men. Garuka intercepts that ball. A little bit too hard, but still in play. It's still too much. In this game, I think the ball should try and find his feet more than often because his mind is on his shoulders. Perhaps the rest of the players are slightly frustrated. Juja, that flick will maybe come off for Bakonja. Bakonja needs to be smart when he's going to take on that ball. He concedes the foul. Substitution for Tigers FC. It is Dantango coming off for the number 9, Victor Chimuti. And Krusep has run his socks off. For me, he was one of the danger players, just really in that first half, finding interesting pockets of space between Stiga and the back four. And Victor, the number 9, coming on. That's an attacking option for Coach Zima. So he's showing his signs of saying, hey, we want these 3 points. Godwin cuts in. That's a good cut in. Finds Bakonja. Use that left foot, boy! Oh, it's blocked. Asha Uzenga has been blasted by the ball. When you just knew that Bakonja was going to take that shot, it was heroically. In English, there's always one word that someone can't say. He was a hero. Asha Uzenga making that block, that timely block against what looked like a shot on target for Bakonja Taikika. And while he was stretched off already, he's going to be stretched off again. Uzenga. And Stars conceded a free kick. So Tigers will now take a free kick taken by their captain, Kapopo. Tigers now playing with the back 3. Shane, the most defensive midfielder. Jomo now taking the ball. Go to the byline, son, or find the pass. He tries to cut infield and he loses it. Apologies for the frustration. And that's offside, clearly, on Victor Shimitileni. Reminds me of another Victor Shimitikeni who used to play football. Tabang Malane. That's a foul on Shane against Makonja. And these are now the important free kicks. Don't take it too quickly. Kambanda Should just take his time to plant it. He finds Tavang Malani. The ball just needs to be put into the box. It does by Gianluca. It's down for and it's a shot from Godwin. He's missed the ball completely. He puts it in, and it's deflected out from Kapopo for a corner. And Gianluca did very well to put that in the box. It was Ngaruka, of all people, the center back that was in the box to make that header. And the bounce just fooled Godwin, who's still having his hands in his head. Bakonja caught from Nal. And Godwin Isep still having his hands in his head for what was a clear shot volley. All he had to do was put it in his laces. And another substitution for Tigers FC sees Asha Uazenga, who made that block. Kazetura is under pressure. He doesn't know what to do it against Baggio. It's a goal kick, luckily. And Kazetura now still having words with Gianluca. Wow. It's all gone wrong today. Perhaps the Easter holiday already in the minds of some of the players. Gianluca now with another attempt to put it in the box. Oni Juja is there. Victor. Good turn from him. Top of the shoulder. Malane doing all he can. And that substitution was the number 14, Uazenga, coming off for Mata, the number 18, just slotting it at center back. A small collision of heads between two players, but the referee saying that they are big boys, the game can continue. Juja, he'll go wide, he will try to go wide for Malani. Stiga, good turn, fouled. To the dismay of the Tigers dugout and the supporters, they didn't like that foul. Substitution for African Stars is Jomo Chiveta coming off on that right wing for Harold Gasep. So Gasep will now slot in on that right wing position, although he is left-footed. Good defensive header there from Mata, the substitute for Tigers. Garuka, he will try to go wide for Malani. Kinda with the header out. Here's Victor, just clearing his lines. Ganina couldn't capitalize. Good defensive header there for, I believe that was KK. Malani doing the sensible thing. Kinda. And Tigers now just clearing their lines. Any way will do. They aren't necessarily parking the bus, but they are conceding possession. It's just that African Stars are not doing anything valuable with the possession. Makonja puts it down for Stiga. Stiga will chip it just over the top for Gasep. Gasep puts it on his head slightly. Tried to put it into the box, but wins the corner. Good work there from Gasep. In swinger. And the Tigers' head was the last one to touch it. Yes, so it is Stars' ball. 15 minutes left in normal time. Malane Couldn't touch it on that first touch. That's a good cross in the box. And Ngaruka again, our centre back, the strongest man in the league, just staying in the box while the ball is still in play. Juja did well to find him, but he couldn't put the header on target. 15 minutes. We need a hero. And as the game is still Tigers 1, African Stars 0. Tigers 11 men, African Stars down to 10 men. A red card given to Maharero around the 25th minute, I believe. Don't quote me on that. African Stars have been doing well with 10 men. Kambanda will take a speculative shot, but it's well wide. It's a tough assignment for Coach Bob Mufoso to try and get a result out of this. You can say in the second half, African Stars have been the better team. But the history books will only write the result down. Stiga, Makonja, playing better now. He cannot lose the ball there. At least he wins the free kick. And as soon as that red card was shown to Maharero, I've kept on saying these free kicks, these corners, are a source of nourishment. You shouldn't underestimate these moments. They should be taken very seriously. Kambanda is at the back post and he's with Godwin, and that's exactly what I mean when I say that these opportunities shouldn't be wasted. And my emotions probably are showing through the microphone now. Victor. And I could see how Godwin was going to concede that free kick. But it was good pressure from him initially. It is Jean-Michael Kinda to take it. All the Stars players, majority of the players at the back post, and that's very wasteful from him as well. That's a good header from KK Cornelius, who has done well at centre back, hasn't really had any trouble. And Tigers committing to another substitution coming up. Baggio defeats 3 players. Kinda, Shane, Somsep changes play to Van Veek. Gasep was giving pressure there, almost won that exchange, but here comes Shane again. Kaninab taking off the ball from Godwin. Good pressure again from Godwin, I said. Good pass from him. And Bakonja has a bad pass. He's played well in the first half, but his passes have just been woeful in this second. It's really a mystery to me. Malane cuts between 2 players. Drifts inside the midfield. He can go wide. He does for Godwin. Godwin can use his left foot. He must. At least he wins the corner. Good work from Godwin. That's what I mean when I say overlap into the byline. Interesting things can happen. And Tigers FC have not had one corner in the second half. Talk about parking the bus. African Stars are about to take their fifth corner of this second half. As the substitution, the referee just telling Baggio to exit the field as the number 30 Wellington Chiboni will enter. Sometimes in football, you never make a substitution during a corner. Tigers have. Chiboni now will run into a defensive position. The corner comes in from Godwin. It's still a chance for Ngaruka. He had a swing at it. Here's now Van Wyk, and he is fast. He's up against Malane. Up against three players, and that's good work. Another good defensive play from Godwin Isaac. He's done two of those now. Ngaruka on the wing. He's fouled, and that's good work from Vetapi Ngaruka. That's a yellow card. Ngaruka demanding for the ball from the ball boy. Ngaruka doesn't want to waste any time. It's good fire from him. And it was such an easy game plan, as I've been saying throughout this game. Go to the wing, frustrate the left back and the right backs, try to overlap, and you can win either fouls or corners to set up free kicks like this. Bakonja, we need a good one now. Perhaps try to fool the goalkeeper and keep it low, but you have to drive it. He puts it up, and Juja's afro was just there. It maybe beat two African Stars players. Stars coming with a counter-attack. There's a free player on this right wing. It is Van Wyk. Kambanda doing well to cut him out. Makonja trying to find Juja. He does well with that flick on header just to give it back to Kambanda. It's given back to Tigers. Very tense game. You can hear it through the microphone. Gossip, Gianluca. Up in the air, Stiga. That's not a foul. Down the line for Malane. Malane cuts in. Very good work from him. He's looking for Juja. Kapopo, the captain, with that head. Godwin can do something with it. He takes a little loft shot on goal. Oh, Van Wyk just sending Kambanda the wrong way. Here's Wellington. Good tackle from Gasset. Victor Chimitileni with the turn just on Gianluca. He needed to be caught out. He did find Wellington. Gasset. That pass couldn't find Stiga. Van Wyk, the small, tricky man, finds Shane, and Stiga had to commit a foul there. And Lukaku, the goalkeeper, just coming out of his goal just to command and demand more from his players. Karuka putting up his hands, saying, what more can we do? This free kick will be taken from Devon Somsep. Number 15, it looks like he's going to hit it. He does. And it hasn't been a good day for free kicks from both teams, it must be said. Nothing on target. Gianluca. Juja. Put it down. Bad first touch from him, but Stiga now. Stiga couldn't go wide. Anyway, we'll do now for Tigers. This really might be park the bus time for the team in blue. This Katatura derby will see Tigers winning between themselves and African Stars for the first time since 2019. Unless it can change here, Malane. Just with a sliced shot off the top of his right boot. Five minutes left of normal time. Kanina tried to put that through ball for Van Wyk. Van Wyk is quick, so we need to watch out for him. Kapopo. Somsip. Popo may be caught out there, but still found Somsip. Stars now have the ball. Gasip waiting for that ball, and Kapopo pickpocketed him. Advantage play for Tigers as a man was brought down. KK now. Cornelius down the line for Wellington. And Gianluca slides in. We'll have to see. I think it is Devon Somsep, number 15, that's down. Referee doesn't even look like he cares. Not even calling the medical team of Tigers. Yeah, 5 minutes left. Can there be a hero? Or will African Stars leave with 0 points this evening? Yellow card given to Kapopo, the captain, for time wasting. That's 2 yellow cards now for Tigers in the second half. African Stars have 1 yellow card and, of course, a straight red as well. Kasitura maybe just needs to clear the ball. Juja, he's alone. He needs support. Even if he gets that ball, he will still need support. Kasep tries to beat his player. Oh my goodness. Kapopo, the player, has just blasted the ball into the face of the linesman, giving him an ice cream. And while of course it wasn't intentional, it did happen. And sometimes you would think that that's a yellow card for a player that just received a yellow card, Kapopo. Would you not think that's another yellow card? I mean, I think his flag even broke. So the referee is going to come down to just try to replace some of the apparatus or the equipment, the flag. But I would have loved to see what would have happened if a similar thing would have happened in European football. The team that is trying to hold on to a lead boots a ball into the face of the linesman. Would the referee not see that as a little bit aggressive? Nonetheless, not a yellow card. So African Stars are looking at their 4th defeat of the season. Cholinho Athletic, Mighty Gunners, UNAM FC. And if this game ends in the same way, it will be another a loss of points against Tigers FC. And that will keep African Stars, of course, in third. Mighty Gunners are fourth. They won their game and they got to 29 points, but African Stars still have a superior goal difference. So that's the only reason why Stars are still in third if the results stays the same. Long throw in. Oh, there's a little bit of a bounce. Bakonja with his right foot. It's blocked. It's a penalty. Yes, it's a penalty. It's a handball. Oh, the gods. The gods must be crazy. But the football gods have given us a lightning bolt of opportunity here. Oh, it's a penalty. Yes, indeed. It was a beautiful shot on the right foot of Bakonja Chahikika. And the Tigers players, especially with KK, another yellow card. There's been a yellow card to KK Cornelius for arguing, and you can still see it in your picture. This man is irate, which means he's very, very angry with this decision. KK, he's had a good game, the center back for Tigers, and that's why he is absolutely irate. And the at least 1 point, 1 point, 1 point is so much at the top of the table at this point in time. Ongos FC, I mean, there's a fourth official even getting involved in fouls here, trying to separate the two players. As this game will end this way, Stars will go to 30 points. Ongos FC are that team at 30, and because it's a 1-1 draw, the goal difference will stay the same. So Stars could have gone top if they had a better goal difference than Ongos. So they will go into second if this ends 1-1. Van Wyk trying to beat Eish. Malane, Godwin, Bakonja, Juja, that's a foul on him. There might be an advantage. It hasn't been given an advantage, although I would have loved an advantage there for Bakonja, who was running, making that overlap. There's a yellow card for the technical team. Perhaps it's just the coach of Tigers. So 4 yellow cards for Tigers FC in this second half alone. 4 yellow cards given out to them. Bakonja, we need a good free kick here. Oh, it's good! Garuka. Oh, and that's another foul! The referee not giving it as a penalty as Garuka Vatapi was taken off the ball. Oh, this is heating up with minutes left in this game.
You can look at that replay on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. The Tigers players are absolutely irate, absolutely over the top. They have lost their heads with this referee. Kambanda Van Wyk can bring it out, and he wasn't nimble enough to beat the player. Juja Malane. Oh, beautiful touch from Tabang Malane. He's always playing football. Gasep, you can use your left foot, boy. Bakwanja. Oh no. A tame effort. That was the one. That was the one. Beautiful work down the left between Malane, Gasep, and Juja. Shane can bring it out, and Kambanda does well. Here's Juja now. Cutting infield. Stars really have the ascendancy. It's really been a good second half for African Stars, even though they have been cut down to 10 men. Van Wyk, though, is really a player that has the energy to still keep it alive for Tigers. But Victor couldn't keep it in. Maybe 1 minute left in this game. Seconds left. It was frustrating, but I do believe African Stars have done themselves a little bit of justice here to get a very important point, to just touch the top of the table. Whew. I will apologize for some emotion and some frustration throughout the stream, but you can hear that I was in it all the way. Some of the players are still having some words with the referee, more Tigers players, just talking about maybe the decisions that led up to the penalty, and maybe even another penalty that could have been given for Ngaruka. But wow, at the end of a tense game here at the Independence Stadium, with Tigers players still having some conversations along with their coach, it has ended in this Katutura derby. Tigers FC 1, African Stars 1. Whew.